Welcome to another edition of Grizzlies on the Hunt with psychic medium Kelly Joe. Hello, Joy Ann Jackson. How you doing? Standing Stones. Welcome to the show. Pamela. Hello there. Hello, Lady Wolf. Twist a Witch. What's going on? Shaking and baking. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Kelly Joe. What's going on with you? Hello, Night Gal. Hello, Kelly. She's saying hello, everyone. Joy Ann is. So what's going on with you, Kelly Joe? Wow, the dolls are already intervening. Okay, I can hear you. Are you there? And Hocus Pocus, and she's gone, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, Twisted Witch, how are you feeling tonight? So, I got sick earlier and thought about you. I got in a fetal position. So, I don't know if that was you or not, but it was just weird. And here comes Kelly Joe back. Let's see if we can add her back to the show. And Kelly, are you there? You ever get your new computer up and running? There you go. Are you there? Southwest Yorkshire Paranormal Team. Hello, everybody. I sent you a message there. I am feeling a lot better thanks to everybody's vibrations and healing powers of energy they sent me. So, Kelly, are you there with us now? So, you was in the ER last night, Twisted. Again, what is going on with you? Did you ever figure it out? Let's see if I can do this. So that help Kelly any. Kelly, does that help you at all? I don't know if she can hear me or not. And I am by myself once again. I love being by myself, but yeah. So unfortunately, no. Hopefully, I will send you some vibrations, some healing towards your way. So yeah, Standing Stone, she has not been feeling good. So we were talking the other day with Peter Marks and Angela Ford. Peter is taking on the missing persons case we're working on Friday. Here comes Kelly Joe again. Let's add Kelly Joe back to the show. Kelly, are you there?
Hello. Sorry about that.
Right, there's Kelly Joe. No, you're fine.
I don't
Welcome
know
back
why
to the
it's doing
show.
that. I'll be glad when I get the different computer.
Yeah, did Sonny ever hook you
Yeah.
up, or are we still waiting?
Well, what I want to tell you,
Yeah.
she's going to. She's working on it.
All right.
Yeah.
I have faith.
So, well, what I want to talk about tonight is manifestation.
Manifestations.
You know, how
Okay.
you envision stuff and get it to manifest.
Now that's
And
interesting.
how thoughts work with our mind, you know.
Right.
Because, if you got negative mindset, you're going to get negative. If you got positive, you're going to get positive, you know. And if you want to envision something, you see it as if you already have it, and you write it down. To write something down, it helps concrete it better, you know. And there's all kinds of rituals that you can do. Like the beginning of the year, you can write down what you want to let go of and burn it, and then what you want to manifest and bring in. You always do that on New Year. You can manifest on the full moon, and then some people can manifest on the new moon. It depends on what cycle you're in. But the new moon is fabulous to manifest new things in a month. So,
Yeah, it really is. I've actually felt the
and
energy shift, so that's interesting.
and
You felt that recently with the moon phase?
oh yeah, you can feel it. Yeah, you can feel energy. Yep, we have. I'm not an astrologer. I was, but I'm not. But there's a lot of energy shifting. The overall energy is starting to shift into a whole new cycle in people's lives, in earth cycles, energy cycles, all that. And the key to that is, keep at it and don't lose heart. It was real popular to do a manifestation board. You cut out pictures of what you want to manifest and write down what you want on a works, and doing a grateful list.
Yeah, Crazy Witch. I think everybody's doing good. Twisted Witch is not doing too good. All right, we got
9 days to make a habit, and then
So Joanne Jackson is asking you,
sorry,
did you
she's
enjoy
not
your tea
feeling well.
party last week, Kelly?
She's the one that
Yep, she's the one in the hospital. Did you
I
enjoy your tea party
had
last
a tea
week?
party. I can do tea parties. I can read tea leaves. That was fun.
Interesting.
I love reading
Interesting.
tea leaves. That's so much fun.
Twisted Witch says I felt so off last 2 days. I can definitely
But you
feel
have to
like.
sip through the tea leaves.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Yes, most definitely. And I think it's getting in for the better. I think it's shifting for the better.
Well,
Believe
that's
it or not, I believe that when the full moon is around, a lot of people get shifted, I think. Nurses in the ER room, it's more crazy on a full moon than it is in the other times.
well, I never did like working the PD during the full moon because that's when the
What you
crazies
want to
came out,
manifest, you can do it.
and that's when the people
And
were. So yeah,
and then when you want to change your mindset, you do a grateful list for 90 days, and that'll help retrain your brain to do positive thoughts instead of negative. For every negative thought, write down a positive thought.
it actually works. That
And
actually does
be
work.
thankful and grateful as if you already have. Yep. Like there's an exercise that you could do, how you see yourself 5 years from now, and be as specific as you can, like work, where you live, relationship, all of the above, and that'll help manifest and send it out to the future energies so that you can manifest it. So that's a neat exercise. And another thing is journaling. That helps ground you so that you can think more clearly and focus better. And
That makes sense.
everything's energy. Like if you got a cluttery brain, so you got to keep things organized. Um, and another thing to clear energy, you can use a bell, you can use your hands, you can use smudge or sage. To clear energy, you can burn a candle, and that helps clear the old energy and bring in good energy. Or burn some sweetgrass to bring good in, and burn a candle. And you can burn any kind of candle you want burning. But like a green candle is for money, white candle is for spirit, pink is for love, red is for passion and love. Um, uh, pink is for pink, like you could go, pink is for romance, you know, and red also, and orange is for creativity. So those are some of the colors. Um, Blue is for spirituality, you know, so there's different things. And another thing you can use, another thing to clean with is uh, lemon water. You know, clean with some lemon water to help with clearing and cleansing an energy field of the house.
That's
So
really
that's
interesting.
very good. And another thing to bring sweet things into the house to burn, and you and then you do this to sell the houses, and also to bring sweetness in as you put in a pan a little bit of cinnamon, clove, and some apple, and that brings in goodness into your home. And it also, if you want to sell your house, you do that or bake chocolate chip cookies.
Now, the chocolate chip cookies, ladies and gentlemen, that actually works. That is proven scientifically beyond a reasonable doubt. If
Yep.
you sell your house before a listing, baked chocolate chip, I don't know why it works, but it actually does. And I tell you something else that works. Do not buy that fake potpourri stuff. Get the real deal
Yep.
stuff that's in a bag and put that throughout the house. I do not know why that works, but it does. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see a crystal ball behind my head. Now, the next show you see, if there's a bunch of red candles, watch out. You know what that means now. Now I know why there's colored candles on the market. I did not know that. So, hi, Ward. Welcome to the show. Glad to
Oh,
have you.
okay.
I did not know that. I did not know that's why people that were spiritual or vibration or vibes have different color candles. So that was interesting. I did not know that. So coffee and fresh Beltsy's houses it's the
Different
smell.
scent. Yeah.
See how it
Yep.
does.
The coffee.
Yeah, because when I used to buy all my fragrances, right, my
Help you feel
parfum,
better, Twisted Rich.
you would have to smell coffee beans before you go to the next fragrance. And same thing with different types of wine. Was it wine or no fragrance? Yeah, because of that. In bread, bread's I love making homemade bread, standing stones. But yes. And Joanne Jackson said bread too, coming up from the rear. So we got two breads. Uh, Ward, he had a brain largo a second, but now I see just two persons on the live. Our actual live numbers, Ward, are inaccurate. We are broadcasting, and I couldn't tell you how many platforms and how many actual Facebook groups. It's quite a bit. So, yeah, so the numbers are inaccurate. Yeah, and Twisted Wit says, thank you, Kelly Joe. But the colors of the candles, I did not know that. And I wonder how many other people knew about that too. And I didn't know that one
You
person on
know,
the
another
panel,
thing is when you're trying to do energy work or healing, you burn a green candle and put the intention of the person. You're,
go ahead, I'm listening. Put the intention of the person, what?
we're spinning again.
Are we? We're good on my end.
Okay. You know, and it's like where your intent is, energy follows. Know this. You know, where intention is, energy follows. So everything's inert until you put energy to it, you know.
That reminds me of Newton's cradle I talk about all the time, right?
And
Crazy Witch, all kinds of candles, magic you can do. Broadcast is okay now. Thank you,
oh
Standing
yeah,
Stance. I had a lot of issues earlier, he says. So that's interesting. I did not know that. That really blows my mind about the candles. It's all you.
Yeah, and different stones. You can use different stones for different stuff too. I'm not an expert on the crystals and stuff like that, but like I keep a amethyst stone up by the computer. That helps with the energies of that. So I have a big, huge stone.
That is huge.
But you guys have any questions? Ask your questions.
Joanne Jackson says, "I love candles and send you a
Oh,
nice
and
candle,
always
Grizzly
make
Kelly
sure
Joe."
another thing. I love candles. I use them all the time. But yeah, citrine stones very good for clearing, cleansing, and it brings money in. So does let's see, aventurine. That's good for money too. Your stones and stuff, you give them a water them off nice and put them back out.
Twist a witch. I have stones and crystals charged them regular. I sleeve the crystals and stones right in my bed and carry both of them along with them with three pendulums. It has been wacky. I don't know, Brenda. Pamela, is there something that came went off? I fell off today. The energy has shifted. We were talking about that before the show, and I think at the beginning of the show, I was actually talking to another person with abilities, and she slept most of the day because of the energy. So I don't know what's going on with the energy. Do you, Kelly Joe?
I'm sorry.
Do you know what's going on with the energy shift?
Going into
So I don't know. Kelly must be having some issues. So now I've actually got my pendulum. Well, it was right here. Where did it go? Why is it every time I have it set now? Oh, here it is. So I have actually been not tinkering with it ever since it freaked me out and it like spun like crazy. The one I've got actually called me. I put my hand underneath the pendulum and I can make it golf any way when I ask questions. That's interesting. Let me bring Kelly back in. Ward, I could hear
I'm
noise in
back.
my dreams and nothing sound. I never heard a single sound in my dreams for 26 years. Is that normal? So Ward's saying that he, in his dreams, he hears
Yeah,
no sound.
everything's.
So what does that mean when you hear no sounds? Is that a sign of something?
Huh. Well, some people don't. It would be. It would be just. He just sees a audio mind, and he don't hear what's going on.
I never heard that before. But is that normal? Is what he wants to know.
Well, I've heard of people dreaming in black and white and they don't see color.
Yeah, now I do know that. What was weird is that when I took psychology, and we were talking about this the other day, is that psychopaths and people that are not really all there in their head do not actually dream. And somebody was like, "Well, I never heard that." I'm like, "Yeah, because I took psychology and I had to do a paper on that." And I was like, "Hold on, I'll fact check that." And it was strange. I couldn't find it on the internet. And I had to go back to my paper to get the facts. And I was like, I wonder why that are not on the internet. So, because we actually did a show on dreams, night terrors, and what's the other one? Night paralysis, sleep paralysis, right? in the connections and stuff. And somebody brought up pendulums earlier, and so I finally went out and got one.
Yeah.
Uh, it very interesting. It scared me the first time somebody asked me to get mine out on the show, and asked me to ask a question, and it said maybe. And the way that it swung when it said maybe, it was so fast, and I had it far from the camera to show that I was not moving it myself, and it freaked me out. So I put it right back in the bag automatically, and so I've been trying to figure stuff out. Yes, I can say what is told. Now, what do you mean by that? So you can say what is told. So what is told to you in the dreams? For some reason, my pendulum is like bouncing off my desk, and that's like freaking me out. So let me grab it real quick with my other hand. So Ward, yet I can say what is told. Like somebody is talking to you in your dreams, but not speaking to you. You can like telepathically hear them. Is that what you're saying? Thank you, Twisted Witch.
Rosie.
Joanne Jackson. I would love to do another show on dreams. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yes. So that is very interesting.
Yeah, that's fun.
Now, Ward
I'm,
says that he actually dreams, but people do
I'm,
not verbally communicate,
I'm
but telepathically
really
communicate.
good at interpreting dreams. So if you ever want,
So, what do you think about that? When they don't speak, but telepathically communicate with you. So, I have to look up what kind of stone that is because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not very good with stones. But, Kelly Joe, what do you call that? Seems like we got a big lag with you again. And I know
yeah,
people be on me like, but are you back with me now?
this is my amethyst stone.
Now he wants to know in his dreams why do people do not speak, but he can understand telepathically with them. What does that mean?
Well, that means he's really connecting with them and getting the information telepathically.
So does that mean he can do that in real life? Does that does that mean?
Twist.
Is, yeah, we got a real lagging problem here. I don't know what's going on. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to figure out. It's a
He's
top plaza, six facet hexagonal point. And the stone that I have is a Reiki, Wicca, dowsing, balancing, spiritual, resin, gemstone, crystal, pendulum necklace. And it's a blue aquamarine stone. That's what I have. So it's used for psychic development, psychic healing, guidance, guardian angels, spiritual teachers, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, yes. Joanne Jackson, Twist of Witch, that would be fabulous. Hello, Sean. Hello, Brenda. Standing Stones, good to see you. We got a bad moon rising, full moon on, yep, hangover. Brenda, I've been missing things. I've been busy getting new glasses. Standing Stones, nice on the new glasses. Standing Stones, use them for both. Looks awesome, Grizz. Yeah, I like it. Very interesting, crazy witch. Standing Stones, reading and seeing distance. I've got for all three. I'm in trifocals. Yeah, all strong. Be careful to learn it. It is very strong. It was actually vibrating on the studio desk. That's why I had to pick it up. It scared me because you know how I get scared real easy. But anyways, are you back with us, Kelly Joe? You're lagging really bad. We got to figure that out. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show. How are you doing there?
So you can like needs to use their own intuition with stuff, like Grizzly, he has his pendulum there, and everybody should have a stone of there. Not
So there went Kelly Joe. So how's Standing Stone? So I don't know what's going on with Kelly Joe. We're going to figure this out. So she said yes on a class. Now I've got a couple of cameras going, so I will try to hold it still. And there's a certain way that they say to hold it. But the problem is I got the shake. So and that's from the nerve damage that I have. So I'm going to ask it a simple question once I can get it to hold still. I did refresh the broadcast several times, Standing Stones. It is actually on Kelly Joe's side. Uh, Hi, Chris. Ward, I'm often a stone with the face of my dream, telling stories to children around a campfire. Fun part is I see two different storylines in one single view. Ward, what it sounds like to me, is there anybody in your family that has abilities, any type of psychic or mediumship abilities, clairvoyant, anything like that? Yes, put the other hand underneath the palm. I do that. I hit my mic thing right here in front of me. That's why I was trying not to do that. Yeah, I was holding on to the ball at the other end. See, there's two balls, or actually three balls. One at the very top, one in the middle, and one towards the end of the pendulum. It's a very heavy pendulum. So yeah, it's not made out of plastic or anything like that. Grandmother's side, Native American, that would make sense. To me, I'm not an expert. I just know a little bit about some things. This is where Kelly Joe would come in, other people on the board, and other people with abilities. It sounds like that you are having an awakening. Your third eye is opening up, and you just need some guidance to learn how to control it and to have somebody mentor you on that. I can tell you from experience, from my point of view, it's very scary for me. There's some things that I've been going through in the past 7 or 8 months that's kind of knocked my socks off. Twist a witch. My son has visions. He can dream about things that happen before they do. I can see and talk to spirits as well. Well, twist a witch, I wonder where that he gets that from. Right? So, but Ward, that's what I would gather from talking to you and listening from what you have to say. While Kelly is getting her thing fixed, I'll check with and see why her computer's not up and running like it should be, because I thought we had that rectified. Now, I did during one show. It was very weird. A guy was on the show from Canada, and I don't remember who it was, but the one the guest was actually talking to me, and only thing I know is a gentleman was standing in front of me, holding a box, and I couldn't figure out what he was doing. And I was like, "Hey, there's this older guy standing in front of me holding a box," and I was like, "I don't know who this is," and she got real quiet, and I'm like, "I don't know, because this doesn't happen to me." And she didn't say anything. I was like, "Is it, you know?" I was like, "Did somebody just cross over?" I mean, because this guy's like, she kept showing me this box, and she got real quiet. And make a long story short, it turned out her uncle just passed, and she could not resonate uh, about this box that he kept throwing in my face, not throwing, but pushing towards me. Like, hey, it's not. See, he wasn't saying, "Hey, Grizzly, You need to tell her about this box. He was showing me a box. I mean, just a black box. And I didn't know what that meant. And I kept trying to explain this to her, and he would not leave me alone. And she's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, what? She's like, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, well, girl, trust me. I pretty much believe anything anymore these days, especially stuff that I know and cover. And she's like, tomorrow morning at 9:45 a.m., I've got the cable company coming in, replacing the cable box in my bedroom. And I was like, lady, you better get all your valuables and secure them. And I'm like, I'm not saying that whoever's coming over is going to steal anything, but temptation is the ruination of man. And I wouldn't leave anything out just in case. And you know what? As soon as we said that, her uncle just walked straight off. It was gone. The message was delivered, and it freaked me out. And I told Brian, like, dude, you got to take the show over. I mean, it shook me up. I mean, the stuff like that don't happen to Grizzly. So, and she had flipped around. And everybody's like, oh my God. And this happened a few other times, Kelly, during the show. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. It was just coming. And it wouldn't stop. And people were just asking me questions. And it just wouldn't stop. And it scared me. And it really scared me because I am not used to something like that, right? So Ward, no, he was an agent. He was probably in his late 60s. He was probably right around almost 6 foot tall. He was kind of a sharp dressed. Now, Kelly Joe can see spirits. Kelly Joe would tell me before the show, oh, you got so-and-so standing behind you, and this is what it looks like. And Kelly would call me on the phone with people that I don't know, but my mother would know that's passed, that is bugging her to get a message to me and won't leave her alone until she gives me the message. And as soon as she gives me the message, he leaves, doesn't he, Kelly?
Right. After I told him what I needed to tell him, he was done.
Yeah.
But
and I'm
he was
telling you,
bugging the tar out of me for 3 days.
So, yes. So Ward is saying
He was
that
just hanging out with.
yeah, I couldn't handle that. So Ward, I found out while you was gone, his grandmother's family side is Native American, and one of them has abilities. So what I saw, and you can look into this yourself, and if I'm wrong, it's okay. The reason why he's having these dreams and stuff and these visions and what he's seeing now is I believe that he's got abilities that are passed down that he does not know how to use them. And I think they are being awakened to a certain extent. And I just think he needs to be mentored a little bit to expose them and learn how to control them like you all taught and told me. Now, Ward, I will tell you this. Like I've been told, you either get on the horse and ride it or you get off. You can't be half on and half off like I was because it doesn't work that way. I found out the hard way. So I just actually embraced it myself. And if it comes, it comes. And I can tell you this, you're not going to be 100% right. And a lot of stuff that you're going to go through during this journey is not going to make sense in the beginning unless you have somebody that you know has true abilities that can guide you with this and it can explain certain things to you. Because I'm lucky that I have friends that have abilities that I can ask questions. Because if not, I'd probably be in a nut house right now with a bunch of medicines and a straitjacket. So, Crazy Witch, I think you did a great job, Grizz. Crazy Witch, that was a wild show, man. I still get cold chills talking about it. Word sounds like you have a clairvoyant or clairaudient. Weird. It sounds like you have a clairaudient. Yeah, so uh, he may have.
It's handed down through generations.
So Kelly has. She
and he's
has
learning how to hear with his spirit ears. That's why he doesn't hear them.
Now that makes sense.
So telling me, Yeah, so he's learning how to listen with his spirit ears
That makes
because it's
sense.
different than the physicality, you know. And is there an elder that can teach him in his, what tribe is he from? Maybe an elder can teach him.
And we'll be right back, and we want to find out what elder is he from. War, let us know. Stand by. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Grizzlies on the Hunt with Psychic Medium Kelly Joe. So, Ward, yes, I get you. I'm scared at times. I astral travel in my sleep. I knew it. I knew there was more to you. To other beings, they show me I'm the color blue, so that is your aura, is your blue color. Beings are trying to make me color different. I ask why, and they say I'm not supposed to be blue. Now, that is interesting because I've actually heard that before, Kelly. What does that actually mean?
Well, you're seen too much if you're the color blue. You can travel more quietly if you're a different color. And you have to,
So, the,
he's remembering past lives. And also, like, be careful that you don't get stuck in the astral. You got to go up higher. So you don't want to be on the astral realm. So, but yeah, he's traveling back and forth. He's remembering past lives. They're teaching him. He's remembering when he was an old uh, medicine man in another lifetime when he's talking to the children around the campfire. He's seeing his life and then his life now. He's like overviewing it, what he's talking about there. And yeah, he's very gifted. Anybody else have other dreams they want interpreted? You can
I'm
punch them in there and I'll.
you. Yeah, punch your stuff in there since we got a little lag on that end. But no,
Yeah.
embrace the war. Really do embrace it. It's really interesting. That really makes
And
sense the way she explained it. While you see two different things, go ahead, Kelly.
and then too, he's learning how to use his sight and his spirit sight and his spirit ears. So he's trying to do it with his physical. Don't do that.
Wow. He also says they grab me out of my astral like they decide when, and I can't say stop to them.
Yes, yes, you can. You have control. They're not supposed to harm you, grab you, mess you up, or stick you in a place you don't want to be. So, always white light protect, bubble yourself before you go to sleep at night because you're running around without protection. It sounds like you're in the lower astral. Yes, you can. Don't say I can't.
Boy, this sounds like an awful familiar lecture, Lord, that I've got from her a long time ago. So don't feel bad. Keep saying that, but it's not. Yes, you can. I'll let Kelly explain why, because she's got the years that I don't.
The reason why you want to protect yourself before you go to sleep, universal energy, God energy, whatever you want to call it. I'm not preaching religion to you. But you white light bubble yourself in a bubble. And it's a protective bubble of the highest light. And you're in that bubble. And it's like, one of those bubble things that people can get in and roll down the hill with, but you can walk and you don't fall over. And everything that's negative slides off. So that's what you do. Why do you keep saying no? I don't understand that. Do some form of protection.
I think there's a form of resistance. I think there's a form of fear. I think that he's experienced something in his journey that's got him off his rocker a little bit. So uh,
Yeah,
I learned a lot, but it
yeah.
is possible.
Because if you don't protect, right, but if you don't protect yourself, you can have anything invade and you can get consumed by negativity. So that's not good either. So, but you have to be willing to learn because you don't know what you don't know. I don't know everything either. I'm not, you know, but I'm willing to share. So, but it's imperative that you protect yourself because, and you need to be careful when you're learning because you don't know how to protect yourself and you don't know what you're messing with. So you don't just go, oh, yippee dat ki there's a spirit over here, let's go play. It can be not a nice spirit. Hang out with you forever, then get you. You know what I mean? You don't go, oh, yippee, yippee, yippee. You always ask of whom spirits come by, too. You know? So that's very important.
Now, dreams. Now, we talk about dreams. They want to do a show on dreams, so that would be our next thing we'll do. But dreams,
Yeah, we can
and
do
this
dreams
is
next year.
one of the things that we always talk about is that this is a chance for people that we love that cross over that come to us and communicate is through our dreams,
Right.
and that is possible and feasible. So, and I'm not saying each time
Well,
you dream about something, it's actually a loved one
right.
doing that. I'm saying that is their opportunity to come through.
Because we're quiet and there's spiritual garden, spiritual restaurant that and every race, color, creed all across the world can greet you in your dreams. You really can hug a loved one, sit with a loved one, talk to a loved one in dreams. And it's very real. Because when you're awake and up and about, it's hard for them to get through sometimes. So it's sort of like in layman's terms that the static electricity is lowered so that they can get through better. And they do come to the ones that are more open than the ones that aren't. People get mad. Well, why didn't they come see me? Well, you aren't open to it. The other person was open to it. They come to the one that's most open.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that does. It really does. I mean, I can see that. So yeah, absolutely. Another thing, like you were telling me before I moved studios about my family member moving things on walls, trying to get my attention, knocking pictures off walls, moving things on counters. It's like, hello, I'm here. And member
Right. Trying
taps.
to get your attention.
Yeah, member taps. I'm like, no, I
Yep.
don't tap dance. And
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, when she did my reading, I thought she was crazy. And I'm like, lady, if she knew that I was injured and there's no way in hell I'm going to tap, and she kept trying to tell me, I kept saying, I don't tap dance. She's like, no taps. I'm like, I don't tap dance. And she was like, and man, I start seeing fire coming out of her. She's getting ready to tell me to button it up. Let me finish. But anyways, Grizzly, is my house haunted? My studio is, yes. Now, down at the lake, we do have spirits because the Indians down there, we have Indian burial mounds down there. Everybody on my mother's side of the family does come back. So we have a lot of activity. I can go right outside the studio and outside the house, and I've got I don't know how many thousands of acres of woods. I do not go in the woods alone anymore after the things that I've seen in videos that I've watched and the Indians I've talked to. Advised do not go in the woods alone like I used to. So, and that's for another show. Joanne, did you see something? Because Kelly Joe knows what's in my studio, and I haven't got rid of it or them yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if you actually saw something. So I got to ask Kelly Joe, is something standing behind me right now?
Yep.
I figured because I
You
can
got a
feel it.
male. You got a big, huge black mass standing behind you.
Is that what you're seeing? No,
You
Joanne
really
said
got to clean out
okay. 'Cause
your studio. You
I
got
feel
that's not
something. Yeah, I know. I feel it. You not believe the energy I'm feeling right now. It's freaking me out. Nathan, hello,
well.
welcome to the
Yeah,
show. Nice to have you. No, just
yeah.
one.
You need to.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do more than cleaning. Trust me. I won't say it on the air, but I have to clean all my monitors from all the holy water I've been tossing. And ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, when I say holy water, I've got it by the gallons. So yes. Nathan, what do you want to know? Go ahead, right off the bat. Tiffany says, "Don't be afraid." I am afraid. Yeah. I mean, people can laugh. It's scary. If you see the things that I have saw that people say that does not exist, that walks upon this earth, ladies and gentlemen, whether it is good or evil, demonic or in spirit, it will freak you out and give you nightmares. So yes, I know not to be afraid because it says, "Fear not," 365 times in the biblical reference that man has made in the good Lord's book. So Mike can fact check me on that because negativity and negativism feeds on fear. And this is where you can manifest and feed things and feed off your fear, just like animals can smell fear. And that's another show too, but I'm just saying. So go ahead, Nathan. What are you wanting to know, my friend? Tiffany says here. Well, welcome, Tiffany. I'm afraid
Hello.
of anything. I mean, you don't know you're going to walk in the woods, you come up across a meth lab with 7 people. But yes,
Oh yeah. So what does he want to know? What does the Nathan guy want to know?
can Kelly Joe tell me anything? This is Joanne Jackson. Can Kelly Joe tell me anything, please, that she was right about my daughter? Can Kelly Joe tell me anything, please? She was right. She was right about my daughter. So I remember
So
you
I
did a
know, but what
reading.
she asked,
I don't remember.
yeah, yeah, we did it one of the shows. So
Yeah.
she wants to know something about herself. Um,
Oh, yes. That's
is
that. Okay, I read that wrong. Yes. She wants to know
Yeah,
about
she
herself.
wants to know something about herself. What I'm seeing is she thinking about changing careers because there's a career change for her,
Joanne
and
Jackson, what
then
do you
she's
think
gonna
about
get
that?
together with a friend that she's known for like 25 years, and her original hair color was strawberry blonde. She had short pixie cut hair, so her and her girlfriend's gonna get together and do a vacay together.
Does any of us resonate? I see a no. Is that a no to everything, or is that a no to one thing, or is that a no to explain, or is that a no to your daughter?
Yeah, because I don't, because there is going to be anything about me. I told you, you're going to get a career change. You're going to have a girlfriend come visit you. I don't
I
think she
see it.
understood what I was telling her. In the future,
Does that
she's
resonate
saying
with you,
no
Miss?
about everything.
No job, but I could be meeting a friend. Well, Joanne Jackson, let me explain this. Okay, now I'm not taking up for anybody. Now I laugh at Kelly Joe for several reasons because she made her predictions on me before I moved. I don't know if I even still have it or not. And during her interview, she was telling me when I was going to move, how I was going to move, where I was going to move to, and I laughed at her. I'm like, I'm not moving. And I'm trying to find it right now as we're pulling it up. And she was telling me about taps, and she was not referring to tap dancing. She was referring to me playing my bugle and trumpet down at the lake, across the lake at a certain time, playing taps, if you know what taps is in the service. And my grandfather that passed away loved it, and he was letting her know that he was with me. And at the very end of that interview, as she was saying bye, she was like, Grizzly, when you get there, you're going to go see a dentist. Bye. Thank you. And she jumped off. And I was like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what she's talking about. I got good teeth. Well, lo and behold, everything came to pass, and I moved and did everything like she said. And it freaked me out. I mean, it just doop, 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 doop. And it took a while, but it happened. It came to pass. Well, one night, ladies and gentlemen, I was sucking on one of those pieces of red hot candy. And I couldn't figure out why this piece would not melt or dissolve. And it had no flavor. So I spit it out in my hand. And when I did, look what came out. And I'm like, you gotta be joking. It was half of my tooth. And I'm like, there is no way that this just happened. So I called Kelly Joe up. And she's like, I know why you're calling. She said, you're going to go see a dentist. And I'm like, I love you guys. So I didn't know I had royalty in my blood because it was a crown that I broke. So, yes. So I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I'm just saying that a lot of things that I've been told with other people with abilities did not ever make sense to me. And I laughed, but it all came to pass. Kelly Joe, bang on about friends. I've been talking to an old friend. Wow. All right. Nice. Interesting. Uh, just keep your mind and open about the job thing. You never know what may come your way. And the reason why I'm laughing is because the tooth thing with me, and I can give you other stories with other people that we know with abilities, and I thought the same thing and it came to pass. So I'm not doubting anything. And when somebody tells me something, I listen because at this point, I am open to anything. Tiffany, Gris, I feel like the thing that's bothering you or test you came on a case that you went to where a man passed. Uh, I used to be able to bag bodies, Tiffany, on scenes, help the coroner in the state, and go eat breakfast, no problem. And that is probably true. Uh, I learned how to ground myself now. Kelly Joe and others has helped me. I went on a spiritual journey last year. I'm learning a lot of things. A lot of things have opening up, and you're probably right, Tiffany. Joanne says, I believe everything I'm told. We are free will. Things do happen in life.
Right.
I'm not saying
Right.
that she gives you lottery numbers, you're going to be a millionaire in the morning. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying keep an open mind because when I went on my journey with people with abilities, I wanted to learn how they work. I wanted to learn how they grew up. I wanted to learn every aspect and detail of everybody that I could. Now, I went on this journey for 9 months, and I couldn't tell you how many people I interviewed, spoke with, and spent time with. And I saw this same thing across the board. And as you get to know these people, they get to know you and they get to pick up on things. And what's really weird is when you get this personal relationship, out of nowhere, if you're upset or something's going on, they will call you and be like, what's going on? And you're like, what do you mean what's going on? You're like, yeah, are you really going to make me want to ask or tell you what's going on? I know what's going on. I'm just going to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, I hate when y'all do that, but I love you guys, right? You know, I love y'all to death. And because it happens all the time, Tiffany and Joanne. It's nice to know that people care about you. It certainly feels with a lot of anger and dense energy. I have dealt with a lot of people. I have dealt with a lot of people I put away for a very long time that probably will never see the outside of bars that they're in or themselves. Tiffany, I'm still learning as well, and it's been really difficult having these abilities that I don't understand and finding the right information and the truth as much as the truth is. I do that with my friends, and Tiffany, it is. It's very scary. Uh, and I know what you're talking about because I actually have the same problem. And if you would have been on a couple of my shows, Crazy Witch can tell you, there he is, 100%. I get scared. Kelly Joe tells me. There's other people that tell me, don't be scared of it, embrace it. But when you're not, when you get to a certain age in life and you get to understand things and things start to open up that you're not used to, and you don't understand why things are happening, and you, I don't want to say hear voices, but you see things, you hear things that you're not used to accustomed with hearing.
Right. Right.
Kelly can go to a graveyard and be like, look, there's a guy over there playing a trombone. There are some kids playing soccer or a kickball. And I'd be like, what? And I mean, she actually, and I mean, you ought to ask her about going to a hospital. I mean, it's like a field trip to her. So, yeah, for you, Tiffany, she says you have to reach the point where you separate the ego. And you are correct. You cannot have an ego. And I totally 100% agree with you. What I keep putting up, ladies and gentlemen, is
No,
the Facebook
it
page
has
of mine.
nothing to do with it.
Make sure and join that and follow me and reach out to me, especially you, Tiffany. I like to talk to you about some things. But Kelly Joe has helped me out a lot, and so has a lot of other people because it's very thoughts are immensely powerful. They are. Pamela says too, Kelly Joe. Everyone has a good night. Husband's having surgery tomorrow morning. Oh, God bless you all. Hopefully everything goes well. Godspeed, Pamela. We'll send you some healing powers and
Prayers.
some good
Yes.
vibrations, prayers. Yes. I hope everything goes well. Please keep us posted on that. So, yeah. All right, Tiffany, I got you. Got you covered here. All
Thank
right. But yeah,
everybody for showing up tonight. And that Nathan, I'll give. Is he the one that was asked about something? He wants a little something. So
yeah, he did. And
he's
I want to know what tribe he was from. He never, I don't know if he got knocked
no,
off
no.
or.
It's a new person. There's a person that wanted to know about
Oh,
a reading, and I'll just tell him that he's going to have entrepreneurship happen for him. So look for that to occur within the next 6 months. An
wow.
opportunity with a really good friend that you can trust. So there you go. And next week we'll do our dreams interpretation. So write your dreams down.
Joanne Jackson says, I was only saying no about job as I don't work. I'm too poorly, thanks, Kelly Joe, XXO. Hello, Facebook user. Welcome to the show. Hello, Godhead. Testify. Hello, all. Don't forget, we got another show coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure and tune in. And this is Grizzly on the Hunt with Psychic Medium Kelly Joe. And everybody have a good night from coast to coast around the world. Godspeed, and we'll see you next time. Take
You
care.
too.
Bye.
Bye bye.
It's a grizzly.
Should we get out of here?
No, we're gonna watch and listen.
Action.
It's a grizzly.
Oh, shit, should we run?
No.
Action.
It's a grizzly.
Oh, shit, should we run?
Okay. It's a grizzly.
Are you sure it's not a chipmunk? Action. No, I'm out of here. Action.
It's a grizzly.
I'm out of here.
Huh. Maybe it is a chipmunk. It's a grizzly.
Are we gonna die?
I don't know. We're just gonna sit here and listen and watch.
Let's get out of here, maybe.
Fall!